your humble host, and we are doing this till 12 noon. Interesting date 7/7/2025, the seventh day of the seventh month. That is the 7th of July, the year of our Lord 2025. Welcome. Thank you very much for leaving your dials here or tuning in logging into Facebook to watch us live on OK 101.7 FM. I personally appreciate your commitment and your patronage. Nyamishiramu, I do not take that for granted at all. And please feel free to, as usual, send your comments, questions, contributions, suggestions on Facebook Live, OK 101.7 FM. Welcome to my show. Welcome to your show as well. And then welcome to our show. The Virgin Adele is leading the production team today, ably assisted by my senior brother, DJ Bosco. Let me take these three quick announcements and then we are good to go. The first one comes from Despite Automobile Museum. The Biamikaimu se Bribi Koso East Legon ha ebimu tukwan every amansan nyinaa ɔmo ba Ghana ɔmo ba bɛhwɛ saa krabɛhwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ East Legon ɛwɔ Despite Automobile Museum no cars ahodra ebi ni wiase ababia gye sɛ Ghana pɛ na ɔmo align cars no up over 300 cars, from vintage cars to antique cars to modern cars to sports cars to all forms of cars. Don't be told, don't be left out. Take advantage now and go to the Despite Automobile Museum in East Legon to watch for yourself, experience the ride of your lifetime in these cars. Or more cars are available for ride on weekdays, any day or more available on weekends. When you get there, you see the difference. The most important thing now is to jot this number down, keep this number, and then call this number. 0200 030 011 0200 030 011. Let me take that again. 0200 030 011 020 030 011 and now 0556 262 626. And Nana puts it in a very interesting way. 055 6262 626. I think maybe I know you're easier. I'll suggest about 055 62 62 62 6. Despite Automobile Museum, then you are good to go. And then, of course, Perfect Man Kaftan. They always remind you that you should dress the way you want to be addressed. Almost see Minkai will say, atade bia obehye bia eka assembi efa wo ho na no na me de tu assembi ho aka say wo tutu ni a we den ho say mame we tutu ni e ne dressing wo be den ho say mame we tutu ni time I bad boys are baby o time madam for be ya bad boys o mo ko tutu no wo kwa say mba bibri na nam Togo embassy roundabout La Paz or Workforce Street we den ho say we die oton where them say we do obese oba be bon adwaman the autonomy to me in our radio say any dressing nanu I see pope ewu no so we share ye ne out to me ho bishop dressing, from cardinal is dressing, from normal priests to dressing difference wom madam for be or can show we ho no who ne pe obe won say we there or so be oton asase because they be na HALIFAX look, the most important thing is that dress the way you want to be addressed. Everything and anything you wear says something about you, so please be intentional about your dressing. Men dressy biala keke. Now the am then say Perfect Man Kaftan for it is not about cost because it is affordable. It is about quality. It is about style. It is about knowing that bribisa wo kwa sekabia wo bi obetimi nya biahye mpacho mema opportunity we empower hon free Perfect Man Kaftan for on 0244 147 212 0244 147 212. this issue of dressing the way you want to be addressed. So I say make sure me dey asem bebre beba. Dey asem bebre beba. Na what to say me a yen say then be unko perfect man kaftan and got quality. So that when you wash, it doesn't fade, the fabric doesn't get destroyed. When in other places, it's inferior materials. Anyway, sometimes Bible say for the lack of knowledge, my people perish. Please call Perfect Man Kaftan now. I repeat on 0244 147 212. More shops are hold out bebre wa Accra. Back on Ayalolo station honom no Kingsway back on Okanshin honom no back on circle higher. Just call the number 0244 147 212. And then this one comes from Whitestone Eye Clinic. Your eyes are important. We don't have spare eyes in the markets. The slightest problem you detect with your eyes and patch of professionals no more. It's not like your leg where you can use clutches or something. I say. Your eyes are critically important. Means nasi emma wenin say. Fre Whitestone Eye Clinic 4 on 0242 251 983. 0242 251 983 0242 251 983. Now won't book your appointment. Now omo ye promo be until kita unsem just 590 cedis. Will benya the friend comprehensive eye examination. Trace when no amu to free with who when baby wa no mo di fedia hodra hwehwe mama. Before that, you go through consultation on be interview when them then emo keka emo afo nsro free mo ba. Anyway, then they now go through the other forms of eye care for you. Ocular examination, refraction, tonometry, visual field test, optical coherence, tomography, color vision testing, any the keka home. Now ope specs for Francois. Gamet ole hingbe piutu. Ko to hingbe piutu hele hu. Ameyeko. This one is durable, it is stylish, and it is modern for just 690 cedis. It has properties like single vision lenses, UV protection, light blocking properties. My discounting no can see it to just 619. But once again, call their number now 0242 251 983 0242 251 983. My main sign Kaimu sa semna papa na nimi nyana the BCC and a Monday menko. Welcome one more time to my show. My member me penny for akwaba na yenko yenim. Na monka yenu yansu wompaibom. Krobo dumasi ne ban Thomas Party. Yenka no wompaibom because anyway. Or see assembly no cre on to obi amona. On also see obi so sexually but course dear. Sometimes no cre no be ban on now we dey say wi. Na ade ba kwa me wan no say me bo omo ase ya omo sorry say o no omo aka asem bia to obi so ye be court 2 years 3 years 4 years ewi na ya hu say de wo ka to ne pa no so de nye no kre no na ya jai wo sa na de wa say ne din no so e me nti ase o anyway I'm not a lawyer but I feel say these people who come and say oh this person has raped me, that person has raped me e no kre dia ne pa no be dim ano be fine na kese na enye no kre nso e. Then I mean any compensation for him and I say ni dinkwa. Wonso a wo kan asem no so so waka no kwa. Wafa wo baby ako. I don't understand certain things. I don't understand. To say evangelist Mami Agrade. Yes, we know money doubling is a crime. And yet charlatan prices is a crime and yet and say, well, will be a report, you are cause, blah, blah, blah. After a fair trial, the court finds her guilty. Me pacho, na dear, on no sorry, call you say, miss so, double my money for me on no way. For example, police focus scatter deɛ ɔtɔn wii no ɛne deɛ ɔbaa bɛtɔ wii no ɛne deɛ ɔhye wii no nyinaa, you've committed a crime. Just like bribery, the receiver and the giver are equally guilty. So I don't know why when it comes to certain matters, I see you say you do not have the right to double money in this country or claim you can double money. What about those who say, okay, I am coming for you to do this thing that we know it is a crime. I am coming to avail myself to help you partake in the crime. So what should happen to them too? How do we say it in Tree? Because say omujai tonga. The oton obejai tong. Anyway, I'll come to this matter. It is just like DJ Somuji Payo. Mujai tuya ombejai. Oh, Bosco, me mbo would you then I muna na pay. Anyway, mami ko studio too now. And I'm uncanny ye. It's so, I mean, I don't understand. But my question still holds. The all say, meaning, you see, we can say, not onimrano. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Say onima, then me, I mean, doubles, so meaning say doubling is a crime. Mamen consider to my penny for a quabana. Means my opening remarks now. Yenko yenim. For some strange reasons, I want to start from the man of God today. Over the weekend, I'm sure on YouTube or Kenyan Sasem Papa. But I think we should get more of him in this country. A humble man of God, a bold man of God, a confident man of God. My own bompa said, "Ne dia own tray brofo." Because ne brofo phobia idie. Ne brofo nyina phobia kan why phobia sai na kotokoko share phobia. They be something phobia, something phobia. The name is Prophet Nicholas will say. But as I repeat, onwa mi jidi say woko na sorry. Can't you say, oh, I'm looking for Prophet Nico. I say why? Obia friend D for Kumchacha. A credible man of God. He has many sides. He can do all the comedy to make you happy, but when he takes the mic behind the pulpit, he's going to give you an end-time preaching that will prick your conscience and teach you righteous Christian living. Now, that for you na tire so far. Yes, and be no being some people. To say Justice our Royal Spire were still smally. Any babona. Any babona our engine filling station our Wager Junction. Me bonsa na moko Facebook sia mo ba hu say D4 kumchacha wa share space bi minti ase hala one in town the space no efe chen na swafo die ni nyina grayish white frames and then ultra dark shades. He's a good man of God. D4 kumchacha mo kwaba.
Senior wadawroma mejoso ene wonso mi hu wa penaja da bia wo dressing de kama na ene mi hu no na me fise bia free parliament kora na eba because ekoyie pa
Therefore
pacho
wo patro say won say my attacking da eno na kan eno na obi ask me say my attacking
say won say won wa won sisi swa no ya won tie entake in
adentia
say sisi ketwa na bibia bokọ de
nyame de ache ya eja bibia bokọ.
In fact enan kasa me sole ye no na my so acidia. I'm so acidia.
I see any saying.
ACE DIA. ACE DIA.
But so any phobia count.
There be and then on my so acidia. ACE DIA. And then the phobia be a encounter. On say, na my you be a say. ani ha kyekyere me akwadworo akyekyere me my say hu mu akwadworo ne honam mu akwadworo nyina na afa me enti no na aye den se me babat nkakra na so last week
acedia.
yes,
ACE. Yeah, into me call dictionary man acedia. My main can from acedia, you know, means a state of boredom, lack of care, especially concerning one's spiritual well-being. You see, it is not just about laziness, it is a higher form of laziness, but a deeper aversion to spiritual activity and a refusal to engage with good and beautiful things. Acedia can manifest as a lack of motivation, restlessness, dissatisfaction, or even despair. Acedia. Interesting.
Oh, send me suya on
Na before usua de no usua wesa ya ta use wo krom na de obi anti da na wakọ tu ba kun bi aba.
Mente safo. Ose me suya de pa, me suya de.
Acedia.
I am learning.
What name say mean word no da?
Sawon.
I sell words for a living. Me ton words na me di ba acedia mean da. Enti ene wa twa me profo ba kon.
Da bia me kire nya nem ko.
Me the back me ammunitions no.
No.
Acedia.
Aye.
Inti then e cause you acedia feeling.
Say I say on say na eja ya sole obre wo mu Saturday so tama ni padu fie kora na kobo be 3 something. Enti na utumu say body no sunsumu pe honam no.
Oh, okay.
Ayemre enti no me hwe na me so there be ene ma me momode miss senior Mr. Halifax me who watch it. So my
hey, before and the one friend me Halifax, who friend me Mr. Halifax.
And Tim Pacho the American and then the American that
and then the correct one, Mr. Halifax.
We are soon a problem. Here way your program. Oh, what a program, one way program. Is what to a program, we are a program. Yes, we be yes, we did kakra, yes, we did for you any day. And also a problem. It's Simon.
And no tin na ne pata ye acedia. Nti acedia we then na a cure sa feeling no. Then e ma sa feeling no free ho.
Oh, say na make say ma feel. Enti ma feel no. E na me say o ma menyin free ho.
Me da senya me shira ho. Wo bribi kan na yenko yenim.
Oh, ya me what can say Reverend Dr. Isaac Usuben
the senior prophet.
Uchiao papa. Uchiao na Reverend Dr. Michael Buadi Nyameche. Ono so say men kanto say uchiao pa.
That is Maker's house.
Uchiao pa. Na on kra bi wo me ho ma me fema wo. O man pani je ekofo. Last week me ko ne ho. And the last 2 weeks so me ko ne ho. And the last 3 weeks so me ko ne ho. Na me ko ne wo no wo se me mfa nkra we ma se opewasem odo na otie wo pa wo so otie yen
ni eja
yes o man pani je ekofo
aw nyame nshira no
ai wo so otie ye pa
nyame nshira
me kan to se opewasem
me so me pena sem papa nyame nshira yete se wa shira no na yenyinche
amen
therefore say me say papa no ti wheelchair mu a ono a wheel ni ho a na ye me fe say eradi menyi a che say ana ana me hu say ye program bi state function na waba betina hobby enye MPP program o state function. I'm like, oh wow,
yes,
oh wow,
state mind.
States, yeah. Oh yeah, mampenyin dada bia opposition or more other parties ni na kra gitum say oyade.
Yes.
Go for oyade. Therefore what kai say ono na breso no oba afoforo no say wo hye school uniform. We akwada wo fu metro bus a wontua.
Ai me kai.
Free.
Me kai pa. Na odo bia me de me hu no. Wonim say we ye NDC, we ye CPP, we ye MPP, we ye odo bi enti o man pani kofo de ye bom pa man say urade mani nyinche
ye constitution na esi obi anko 2 no enye saa de original Robert me we ne biom
oh no kre so openipa na
anyway me dana say next time we ko ana ya she wo bag mo na yakwa chia eja.
Shaking be him.
Na wakwa chia eja. Anyway, and then the man on my right today is the man himself, Sukre Safwa, and the party nearby Mobium. Sukre Safwa, a veteran movie producer. Now movies be over 100, but dear, nepa be breta de kind of pa ye hot fuck. Minim the entia. Paper crowd to needing hot fuck man. So see how dear Safwa shared about pension, sir, but also movie production no. Above from Kakra. General, Mwakwaba.
Mejoso, Halifax, anytime you mention hot fork, you don't mention your participation.
Did I participate in the
yes,
hot or the
Halifax. Okasi paper bia, won't nene, and the paper. And na mobe too, modisa dino.
Bimbe.
Min kai dini crowd.
Na wonge.
Any mo boss, Gina.
Inti wonka say friend.
Okachira me say, oh, anytime we put you on your front page, we sell.
Inti wonka say friend hot fuck man.
There be. Only nene, any modisa and say, no shena say by that.
That is your opening remarks and see where we.
Okay.
And then the man is Nene Benete Akwa free Danny Krobo. Nene Benete Akwa ye man ko penyin wana sorry. The word stole evangelical ministry of Mwo Shukura asked for penyin odano ya senior pastor Debo Adefarakan. Women's fellowship penyin anti Rose ye men's fellowship penyin nene adan for papa. Nene Benete Akwa kene kro no dia on time pen kwada sa. Nene Benete Akwa yen Centron in penyin power adwuma with Chronicle Daily Guide News One publisher as say awako pension our consultants on Ghanaian culture. Nene Benete Akwa ma yinke no creation den onyam ma se papa ya sinfie bebre aye adwuma wonase na nase adwuma ye de papa wo shada se ye adwuma nkata hwe so obia bibia so wa na wo hwe na wo sia na wo hwe na wo sia
ase ho
Nene Benete Akwa kuma
ase ho so nye hye
ibi ma wakwa ba nene
Mr. Halifax.
nene
Ni odidi matem no ne ho nyami he said ni ostre no.
oh ade obi adidi watem
Yeah.
obi siri
Kai kum chacha na esre.
oh me ne mo hwe o
Na Halifax nyam ti say.
anyame de ache ye ja yeso na na pa yentin semboni bia
Okay.
ye humi
Bibia ya okay. Omo amutan asase ndu asase de ye ombeton pa.
na de na we dey asem bia be campaign na wa dia fa o and mummiensa no why na o said your ton asas
Minim but minim baby I go fast them free but asase omo amutan de
Kekbo adule dwa ya fu.
Ja foi wo mini. Ka hani babu ha bolu bi. And me ba no pay now I wanted to come and talk about the ghost that came from Mecca to Ghana.
Madina mame no don't
Now
worry
so boss so na ma drink or baby different so
me body enzo
Thomas
party asen.
e say e be ba won te kan wo samen na say me
Oh okay. Na mami na okọ Mecca na afei die authorities na omudi no call ye no omo a di nkra abre busia no mo na mudi no call ye na mo anso di no nkra ba ese mo nipa no wa ye nyame di nti ya sie no Mecca na busia no nso omo pra na se krakra yere rituals any final funeral rites. It took 1 whole week for Mamino to just come home in a taxi. And I'm like, wow. Inti say from so bikra. Mudi share system no muse Mamina. 1.5 weeks later or 2. Mamina nkasa every plane. Mudi ni passport no so share system no. Inti nothing triggered anything to anybody. Obedru hanum nso a odi ni passport ma ya stamp mu bibia no the system didn't trigger the from say hajj committee no nso omo anhu bibia until the woman walked home. It was the family that now complained to them, informed them, say mu ye fun so eno po imitie omo leader no back on ABF seni with on UTV, and I wasn't happy with his response. One ma ya chance to even talk about the issue. Ya anya boss super. Now wait, they say a good news. Let's talk about the bad news before we come to the good news. Say after all, she's alive. Or say Debbie. The fact that she's alive no is good news. So we should rather talk about the good news and not the fact that you put them in trauma and the rest of them. I'm very, very sad. Such a thing shouldn't happen again. But for the fact say ABF Hussein, a media person, now person young can the fact say, oh, somebody who was alleged to have died is alive, so we should just jubilate that she's alive and not talk about the sad aspect of it and how come there was such a tragic mistake in Ukraine. I don't know me, but when about that.
So maybe I want to get your points well. I've got your general submission. Say we shouldn't have happened. Almost a mistake. Say na nipa minu na eda hospital no.
Yep.
Baku we into a mistaken identity.
Sure.
And omo feel say Ghana ni nu na wa nyame de no. And no so omo call so ye ni death certificate. That is the official documents to confirm say she's dead. It is a issue of mistaken identity. Can they be pardoned?
Can who be pardoned? The Ghanaian authorities or the Saudi authorities who claim the lady was dead? You know? You see, as a Ghanaian, I'm not looking at the mistake committed by the Saudi authorities who claim to say Maminewu. The Ghanaian, they say trust but verify. So did they verify?
And who did they bury?
And who did they bury? Inti say you see Ghana ni be among a Haji for no ako kumbo bia. You won't even verify. Na say a jailing no. You won't verify. No one say side before na aka. Inti will transmit information to your family. Say monipa no. You see wako kumbo bi wa meka inti no. Ya dinetum. You won't verify. Halifax, there's no.
So
way.
your first point is that say a Saudi fopo neka sampoa because ye and na yede nepa no call ye no
Exactly.
or the ni hope ni trust bibia she yen chance look me mean call hajj da metua seka abandi mi akọ omo wo council bi nti ombe hwe me so ye nti wo patre say because of that trust no
Yes.
they should have gone to check.
They should have gone to check so that even in future say busiano kra pese wo mo ko baby ayesie no kra na you can direct them say this is where the person was buried.
Obenso bisa say nti agent no ni hajj board fo no jama sebi eye omuba omuyiri ana omu mame ena obeka tro me say wa nyame de obeka say yemfa no say omu nkohwe na name omu verify omu nya hwe obefa no sa keke.
Good question. Me cry no pay me bisa me who the way ABA ni ya pinama. The way they were going back and forth now on
he had no remorse, no sorry, no apology.
It is or no, you can't say or no wua. Na say chiri, ekoba say when wua. Is that how he's going to take the matter?
Do you think say so almost in past 7 ba 6 akano? Do you think the family
So
should be worried?
There's a possibility say 6 let me aba. There is a possibility pass 6 no the relatives should expect him or her to come home. Well, because one bad apple spoils the whole basket. It is a way abanamut mumaya kanhuasem the way it should be. They as if said they've gagged the people into Ukohonoma. Well, alaya kaho, alaya doki. The Lord gave, the Lord has taken away. So the way everything closes, nobody is talking about the sort of a year.
Does even over the years the title say where we will make yentu but nine shame ye say dama adi are we sure?
Yes.
And now once we don't see the person I want to say we yenye death certificates
Yes.
What is the cost of a Ghanaian life? How much is a Ghanaian life that you can easily do a death certificate
Yes.
and claim you finished the burial?
You finished.
And we've also done our dua and everything
Yes.
down here.
You know, it's making Ghanaian life cheap. Seriously. Because me sure say America ni and I say British ni na wako wu or honumwa. They you know the government
They will be
do,
damn double sure.
They will do
Anyway.
due diligence.
How did you say it in Hausa? God gave and God.
Yes, alaya cow, alaya doki.
So this one, how do I agree? Do I say congratulations or do I say sorry or do I say welcome back? How do I? Let me attempt. So sorry for the for killing you, and then congratulations for coming back. But she's a strong fighter, eh?
the woman
that
is
on her
doing.
own onyaya obi bua no ko country foforo onyaya full play obe do airport or kai say me do libya quarters me do fie and no far taxi be
For
fie
taxi.
and why are there
Wow.
she's a very tough woman
Yes, and that's
e
why-
bi nso a say ono onim say we
well, it's
you get what
likely.
I mean and
It's
say no so
very,
man
very
encouragement be say and I say my yela say my be fie but e bi onim say we wu anka say well I mean can say onim say we wu mu na musi we no dey onim
I think that the gist newspaper capture headline to my satisfaction. The ghost that returned.
that is
Omega.
fortunately Miss Paper
Fortunately,
ladies.
newspaper.
Okay, and then let us continue from you before I go to Safo Ninen. And that is the one that take on the Safo. Mamina waba work take, but I encoy your Thomas Pate is
Oh, say nena kani nyina wa chire bo me hu video ni bi ewo net 2. See, I think so I'm cool. Yeah.
Therefore,
Senior yanko.
Nene.
Yep.
You see, Ubano. Send papa ye wunia.
Yep.
Thomas
Everybody
Pate.
body
Papa.
pie.
Who's your friend of Alaji?
The BA was guy never friend, but because he's our former assemblyman, we give him that respect.
Ne papa ye former assemblyman.
Assembly member of Manyakbonguno electoral area.
Manyak Pouno.
Yes, electoral
Nana
area.
David ne papa she jalabian. What is it? Because me unu debia no she jalabia.
Yeah, the Bia, but his guy name, his popular name, the whole Krobo, Ajingo.
Ajingo.
Yes, when you do Krobo, any part of Krobo, now super Ajingo, they will take you to his house straight away. He's a very because he was a footballer.
Oh, okay.
He was a footballer before Ansana or pushing or also encouraging the banner. And also called a ball no. And
Na who's the name mami so?
minim ni mami minim ni papa papa.
Omo choba na go so
The beach of bar no dear.
any hobby.
Those were the days when they had a small chop bar at one corner B. It was sport we have madam. At that I was alibi small chop bar be na party pon school. Or I be work for mama mama a drew training time. Na or park no so no I got training. That kind of a thing. And then by God's grace.
Nti try say oye obi a wo kai ni kwada brim.
Oh yes, and I very much remember when he was in time I was Atletico. Or buy one time, the parents didn't call sport or be biana or what for
Maybe na choba no.
Choba no. It was tokro bimo.
Tokro bi mu.
I mean, me say it was alle be small
one, I
place
mean,
and ya coin in chem, but it was
okay.
place be actually you wouldn't do this. He wept
Pate
that day.
ora tokro num bium.
I saw him, crying. He really wept that day. He really wept because they showed him the fun. Okay, Hanumu na ya ube wafu for mama. Thomas Partey cried that day. That was when he was at Atletico anyway. I know Partey, and I know his spirit.
Any whisperings, grumblings, gossips, feedbacks, murmurings from his people back home. I say more musi altunui. I mean, how is the community taking it?
Many people
how more how are they taking it?
Professor Bibria, me tea or monkano or money and allegations. No, Omofio said there is something behind it. Now it cannot be that true. Say, Obia, or about what bonny team, what we contract, or any team nunya a yikakra. Say team no wanted to sign him on for 1 year. Or see there be. Say moon signing me for 2 years there. Forget it. That's just the in a woman term no. And a team no see there be. Say when you kakra 2 years ain't me. So no see up 2 years straight because other teams wanted a longer contract for him. Or beko 30th June na there no ND. Then 3rd July na rape case aba. 3 different girls separately managed to come together within this short number of days to level such high charges. I mean, it's obia kakra.
Oh, na say charges ne dey what that do. I feel na
Halifax.
police for see.
Omo
Omo awi omo ejuma.
Afi no mo wi omo.
Afi no mo ehu
evidence. No mo wi omo ejuma. Oba be ko Saudi Arabia no afi no mo wi omo ejuma.
Debi.
But you see,
Na enye so omo wie ba ko eka amie no omo wie miensu ni nyina.
Omo wie miensa no nyina.
Sada na.
5 charges, 5 rape charges, and 1 sexual assault charge.
So
involving
6
3 girls.
Yes, So 6 charges,
Yes.
3 women.
3 women. Nah, Halifax.
3, 2,
Baako,
1.
yes. Baako ye 3 charges of rape. Baako ye 2 charges
Of
of
rape.
rape. And a baako ye sexual assault. Now Halifax,
Then
3 charges of rape. Any 2 charges of rape. Inti obi repu Adela. Obesan ko hobio. Oba ben na wuko baema ho. Na orepu a. Ubesan ko for the second time. Na wasan ko for the third time. Na fe na wa build the case away for another rape. Knowing the person, they just want to create the impression say, oh yes, serial rapist. So that one, and not just rapist, but oh yes, serial one. It's a banasa. Not just say one on your contract. A very difficult so be your contract. On your contract, crana or bobola or park no swa. Na one for huruno. You know that kind of a thing. Now with that rape charge, you know, so now he's our deputy captain, Black Star captain. Wake up and everybody. They can decide not to give him a visa. Because it's nowhere, no other place than US and Canada. Because you are alleged. Say he's beyond a suspect. Charges are bad. So he's an alleged rapist. You know? Nah. Bakunupo de osi or nipa or ninada several times. But on 3 of the occasions they was rape.
And I will see when Jean this ever to me are possible.
Halifax. They give us a different.
Nana say rape dear. Emma will bone for a common na your bona we have na say rape dear.
Yes.
Or Barney Bema to me peniso. Say I could dim pe mo agro. Why ye bribia soon someone ye koso. Say oh ye 12 free achimota and a circle. Ye call suhum. We peniso. Into car you na full speed. Boom.
You do teacher mantia.
You do teacher mantia see you. Min kobium, mamin sifum. And also say you do it with them. I do some keke and I teacher manteni. I do soon manteni so whom they say you do it. Because one are opening, so if I will crap on our tough where say a car, you're driving for a cycle. Am I induced to whom keke shaman is a working day, not see Debbie. Unjin tum say because you do teacher maintain obano si obesi form e wo car no say wo force no e driving do suhuma you've driven her against her will.
There be with this particular case when it comes to sex one more omudi rape, the word rape omu defining rape no omuma too much latitude to women intiema e banu sa na be ma no bebre na ebre when it comes to at what point does it become a rape?
It becomes a rape when the woman says, stop, you didn't stop, or I don't want to do it anymore.
So at what point do we differentiate between good and bad? So Banusi, is she happy or she sad?
As long as she has not said, jai.
Hold on, you see?
So on can't say jai dear, then you rape. But so see, oh jai dear, we know, oh jai, kwesi papa jai, kwesi papa oh jai, I know you rape.
Kwesi papa. It is a kwesi papa. So okache kwesi papa. You are killing me. That's a one cat jai, as you say. Many days see him.
I know the bet me akoko techna.
You said it.
Me judge, me catch and said, oh yeah, now kumi. Me catch and say kwesi papa who kumi o, kwesi papa and jai into what to me mona.
You see, kwesi papa obe kumi. Kwesi papa obe kumi. Enus a good or bad? Maybe so.
No. Well, I bet you am a TF4
I don't have rule call to her.
Yeah. Mammy 2 points no ye say Oba winning no war.
Yes.
Winning red dimpe grobi. Also read that one can say Mpema gra ye di over 50.
Over 50 times.
Not me inside a rape in the cocots.
Papa no rape first one. Usanya kokodrosa call me fie. Usanya kokodrosa call. Oh, come on.
Where? I'll try Sarah. Call Libby. I'm talking to the woman I married. Who knew what cash of myself? Tama. Many move for Ajeleno. Rape can what about because sad dear. Because sad dear, they're all about old girlfriends can come out. So me kai say Halifax cram me kai 2008 or no. We had 10 sex, but after Namaka said that me no be
2021. No, I come I never any contract or Babecono. I feel I'm more boa same now.
But then is it possible say not party? Party has denied lawyer Trocrator say enye no kre na eyo mude. Separate 2021 omudi asem no buy no. Afi na ekwa biem wo court. Na on prove say onye sa enye no kre. Nti no de enha no. But is it possible say obetumi a rape wompana?
So obetumi a rape wompana.
Na later uncle can say oh na wa rape or rape me. I feel am person me your case. Is it possible say obetumi a rape wompana?
Ade no ma wo nipa wo ba be ma sa charge no so. Give yourself a certain credibility. Give yourself a certain small credibility. Say wo ko ho ko ye de oba wo fie na obe rape nipa no ye wompana. O de uko visiting no so a unim say de bia no so no mu ye sa de no mu didi wie na mu ko ya mu di mpem agro. The mpem agro can take place anywhere, in the bedroom, in the living room, in the bathroom, in the kitchen. It can happen anywhere. So at what point now do you talk about rape? Intino uko kanu sa uni nipa no relationship mu dada. So oye ukono so ye wompana. It's very very difficult. Well, but say wo fie and say wo no train station bi na or the uko toilet or tree uko washroom bi no close to door no no all the rape are clear. But not nipa only no relationship move dada. Na brophobia be my different interpretation. Na yensu ya giatum say we yiri a only no for 20 years kra no obetimi the rape charge above. Na yensu ya so musa because
but
they have given us
law.
They have given, you
but
see,
that is the law.
Now, say, a bad law is still a law, but it is still bad. Well, is this a law? Is this a law to help who? Say, we need a relationship. Say, we need no relationship more. We understand that rape clearly. A class 3 child will know, say, rape, yeah, rape. Class 5, class 5, name say, a year rape. Because we need a one can change no.
In fact, we had 3 rounds of sex. First round, rape. Second round, no, rape. But third one, no, me peninsu. Second one, me peninsu. And I can't me say, oh, it means say, oh, can't me say, oh, broshi keke me wana kukurukutung.
The beer was in the pay from day one. We be first one peninsula after some weeks. You know, say wajiatum, wanya trust, you know. Oni wu estati twimpna. Are you telling me say any day bia obeba won where say we rap no biom na on penisu? I just say me do pa na say me do no. Iti ende me ye bako. Na ochenansu you have to start all over again. Is that what we are saying? Nipa no wasi no pe. O ma o say bia 6 months finally wajia to money no twimpna ko. So are they now telling us say we anytime be I say we start to say na me do we and me nya ho pe na bibi aye me and then me ye back on. Every day you have to convince
David enye no pe ma enye back on. Wa peniso. But say ye do kwan no fin and no see me kofia. Say wonjai no. Sanamra
and no na me see the law had been crafted in such a way say a favor a ma. So when the man also says, say, yes, we are drew quite infinity and jai. At what point?
Abuse.
It is the women.
Emotional abuse because what said you see one man feelings and what it's unfair. It's
Bemanu de onu de why you are touching your banu now 1 year. We're touching the feelings. It's emotional distress.
Anyway, the healing matuli. As I'm out to your new apatini, or see on yeshe, or see a no creda. Say, wa rapi or ba mienu. First one or repeat no twice, second one or repeat no thrice. And I was assaulty or baffled from so sexually. Or say, no cre.
Senior, medawase. Say, obey, say, and they and birthday and amboa.
Dang.
Sister Abigail. ai enti awurade nhyira no na
Me, you him. Me name so see your trouble book the market in birthday. But I feel say oh next two weeks or no baby. Wa mama back no cry why autograph but say Brenun say Brenun do it.
ene
Eh dem me deka.
enti yenu aba Abigail
Ashley.
Our year Juma ewo OK FM ni UTV ene yema happy birthday nyame ma long life ahoden enkwa sika bibia wo pe bia ewrade emfema wo nyame hyira.
Amen.
Nameli.
Senior I will say
Therefore, ngoda no mumbu ade o mo kan wo space no ho asem.
Pacho mami
Wa won de omo de ye Elisha ne bufu ye omo ajata be ni kwada no. Omo nim say wo ye difo. Difo adare ma menfi omo. Ka wa kan nyina.
One say ewiase ya mre wo wiase nyina no. Ekova ema ene nkoda echi mema. Ana akọ UK kura de a ehọ de ne de yenye kura UK mra efeva emwachi mema UK emra yes UK law a ewo UK no efeva sabe matra UK kakra minim sade ehọ mra efeva emwachi mema na emema wuyi bronsam wo wiase a efiri ho a onwa e mobbo pa wo fom ha eye mema.
Oh
yes
yeah mobbo sir
yeah mobbo ye ni kamafo mema ni kamafo ye de to so a eno anse ye de woko because eden na bebe mu a menti ase ye say sa wo yele wo girl na wo ne have sex na fe bedu ba bia na sabe wo hu be sane wo wasi yifirim tufirim me ye den yi baby amadu no madu New Jerusalem baby amenam kura minim na obi kura to me kan eba emfenwum dabio sadie we nipa wodi mema 100 gina wa ebie mu ba ko pe na betumi se baby ayeduo na mi sane no tufirim eye serious o 1 2 a yes ye rape sa tufirim kora bi ano kora na ho aba ono ne ho aba wo de na beba na wasi tu
but it is her right.
that be right na etina make say mra no ekova eman mo echi mema eye bias sabe yes wo yele a waye na ho ade o force no a ana on sex no na ne da ye rape
Rape I don't know for say
me kura ne me say kura metumi akoye me yile case ebre bi mako preach ya ba ma bre me da ho a me hu ya no teme so ware me
into a rape
ware me but we say no okoya enye adwuma I say be ma enam wo na I say wonam wo be ma na wako police station wudi wona ma say me yela bo me police fo no kura be serew I say why kwalonto bema enso mema bebre wo ho a yebo won dem eka won ti bobo dan ema bi kura mogya bridi won na enso ko report a bema de uye bema kraman kanipa enye news nipa ko kraman ya na ye news eti emra ni bebre wo ho a ye momoden se ye betumi asesem na aboa one say sadie we say no I think say I say soft will be a down me when you UTV kura me the example na your friend Jesus one touch
oh me kind of papa
ni case ye buy ye once I was start no say me say o can be say so obi nso de asem to obi so na enye no kura na ono de yama ya wafa ne ho adi na ono de wona nam ho na wo se nipa na ode to wo so no Jesus one touch is or remand 3 years and a court to jail in 10 years. And son on shushe moi the court appeal court wa judge no etran se shushe niema wan who say no ade na mfa kwan so. And all man no ayi brofu we kram kan say acutus in charges.
acquitted and discharged.
Acquitted in charge.
Eko kanin na he.
That's
And I'm you.
And I won't you know. But na said time na papa na friend Jesus one touch no. Now wakwa remand them kwa 3 years. Eti awono mi bisa wo obetumi esiw government ya no obetumi esiw state no.
Oh, Ghana had your debut.
Dabi. Na say atayi issue no sawte. Guy na
Mechanic no.
Waso akọ ensanwo mu nko am say 20 years. Akọ the prison sa 20 years.
20 bribi.
Thank you 20 something. No say ono de onka ho a won wahwehwe mu anso a won hu say wonka ho no or repair motor keke. Na say so hwe ne beto no. Eti sa de no 20 years no. Ye gya ne kwa say won kofie sa 20 years ka wa ye adwuma ko betumi de abobo ane ma no. Eti no edu ba bia Mr. Halifax. Adia there be yourself kum chacha me kan say ya mo nyame mpaye. Sadia be ya eniyama bi wo wa ye nhyiehia ene ade na Thomas Petedie ya se Petedie ya aben. I think say sadia we say no eye buroni ne to na anka fe se be kon say maybe so.
Oh, some radia mradia nhwe wo color say we bibini ana we bro.
Oh, na sa brofo yi bebe.
Na ade na wo can say David.
Yeah, Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs, so a footballer pa unim na Liverpool. He's still their player of a year from say Hall of Fame, no? One of the highest. Or no, only ni brother wife. Cry etenaye any no way. It's against the law. Who brother wife officially. Only no she only no ko way. And no, he's still their highest, most valued player that ever played for Manchester United. The Hall of Fame, look around 1 year free. It just
Inti woni no ya adwin say bia onya bibini anka e wo se no mbeka ansem.
Yes.
Me pa cho team ben na obo no Thomas
Arsenal.
Thank you. Ada na tama obo say team no. Na obo no. Na say ne man say na akoso.
Oh, now more your investigation, no more you.
Eti no wo di protect on team no. I saw wo company mu.
They be the for men can say o jue Arsenal terminal 3 days no more investigation.
There be eti na me ka say I saw wo company mu. Na ebia bibi ato na boni bi esi company ni mpeso obeje anigu ase ni bi afa
Ba we de anya sa na esi ye no.
Ba da bi
ne term no vu ya no mo investigation 6 no nyina
3 days na
ana no mo 6 no nyina
3 days na
pepe
oh
D4
but da bi o say wo company mu na bibi se to wa I say company ni mpese ne brand no ebe fifa ama anigu ase akanti na ye nkova wo firi mu a wo kwa ape that is no ano no eti bibi wom na won hwehwe mu yie na yemfa mpaibon so endi nachi ebi say sabe edu ba bi a sa ne yama wo nyina ne awade no eye business wo aburo chile yes me sa na me kum chacha me won e business na wale ye se okwa aburo chile e business e ma ne bebre to me wale footballers akese na e wo ska ne skafo no o wale wa aboso me mienu me ensan na nsia wo se me wale bi e majai na okokọ ne yakotwam na wadwap ade ne yaje fama no owi a na okọ nene so nene wale na bosumi nsia owi a na okọ HALIFAX Mr. HALIFAX so no abe menua pani so that say eno ano no ebia ye business sa na kuromu wakora ye wo no ema wo kuromu wa bebre e de ye business me ko papa na me ko record no me ko me ni ko ye bibi na me ni ye bibi wi amatwe scam no wanya waya wahere waya sofo waya minister waya MP na bomoden de na sama ba public amen crofo aka da no girl bi anasem bi wose man ne nada oje 5 billion na me pacho
only know that how many times
o wa ba ko pe na pacho ye di ba ko tua 5 billion one anke wi ase 5 ba ko pe ko di ba ko atua 5 billion
na only know that how many hours style being or two ade no free wa no ye ne
but
same
to the one two but was say wo born dog kama and I was say o page and ya wo girl ne kensen pa
and na 5 billion
5 billion fa na w ye di ba ko tua 5 billion say
na Ruby be anyway
eti saa man na ye saa nyina na all den nsɛm toto nkurɔfoɔ so onkuta saa adwenbɔne no all nyina nso no ɔnwa wie yɛ nyɛ fɛ ɔnwa wie yɛ nyɛ fɛ koraa eti munya sɛ nkwase yɛ business na amode aba no mede me hu kotwitwi kum chacha agidin meka ɛbɛfa media bɛfa TV bɛfa bloggers bɛfa eti meka na mede yagu n'anim ase wobɛgu obi yɛ anim ase nɛ ba ɔkyena no consequence yɛ de bɛbrɛ no ɛne nom ya wobɛnya no ɛno de yɛ wo nwe ho eti me de brother no me de ma no sie no senior obia bɛma bia wasase wesu bia da bia maka wa ya fa Matthew chapter 6 9 to 13 no bompae tam ni 13 no kora na yɛ me de wɔsɛ yɛ bompae ya yɛn kasa mfa yɛn nkɔde enso hwem Ewurade wɔsɛ don't put me to temptation and deliver me from evil and enemies. Thank you, bro. You are welcome.
That was the man himself, D4 Kumchacha. So great.
Yeah, meaning.
So justice for the 6 ladies. Justice for the 3 ladies. How do we get justice for those 3 ladies?
I stand with the ladies.
Okay.
I stand with the ladies.
The only one who form also.
The only one who form also. Se eyampa se pate eripu oma. Halifax. Me ye repi me da. Inti mi nim se ne etie. But a man ene oba ne betimi a kire how it feels like to be raped. Inti ye me man no de ye wo se ne ye beka no. But se o your ba ni ye rape anaso hu oba bia ya rape na. It breaks you. Me hu oba bia sada. Bo se be breaking no. Be break no for the rest of their lives.
Can you say about breaking us? Because breaking you
no. Ma o jija oba no.
Now why acidia?
No why acidia. Ne spirit in every nimo. Be brain to recover for the rest of their lives. Yes. Enti rape dear Halifax. Yen taking it serious. Nemo. At what point does it become a rape? That is the question I want to ask. Say one oba neda na ose madwin asesa. Enti jai. Okay. Ukokota ana uko police station. How do you prove that you were raped? How do you prove it? More so say onipa no eye ohokanin what's it unina tia se me no nam nantia na nam no me be ma no maybe madwin mu ene se me no nyina ewo saa agudie no which includes sexual affairs. Until when we have that affair in the process o ka si me nyai e de ne kire si me nyai when we go to court we were in it and Sunday e be start no ye started with the intention say me no was agudie na ye edu baby si stop e dey na kire say o can stop no man stop. Can you prove it that I didn't stop? Because I go to court and I say when you said stop I stopped, so it's not true. Until this is where the challenge is. Mind you, me rape me fuasu. But at what point can the woman prove that the man actually raped him or her? When you have a relationship. In this case of Pate
case idea.
Pate case idea. Omo ewo relationship.
Just on no na.
On na shisha ho. Oye bibi ama no because onim say on na shisha ho. Na yakoda na fe de wa bebe kan say on 3 occasions there. Do you have any evidence to prove? This is where I may feel say what evidence?
Deliberately record you.
Record.
Say onim ni ope. Onim ni ahwehwe how they be court one day. So
in this particular case, no, in this particular case, the Oba netimi akwa show evidence bi.
Almost see almost far details number
but generally that's what they do.
Ali, me share film be years ago. The title is She Said No. The title of the film, She Said No. It was about a footballer be American school, be American football. So I have no more bono. And a boy near popular school, a marrying in a panel. And the girl be, and then after a match, they went home and cafe. Then they start having sex. And midway, the girl said, oh no. But the guy continued because of who's a girl, no. No, can say, and they say,
let me record you.
No. The girl says,
now there would I know.
And at what point the girl was saying, oh no. Into boy no dey okọ so ye we and the girl no e call report to ye a man parents and they took the guy to court. And you beside guy and say, did you hear the girl say no? And I say, oh yes, Mitzi say she said no. And I say, based on that there, you rape her. Yeah, the boy no go to. Meanwhile, it has come to the point I see young man and so no. Yet me sorry. A man no sorry deny. And him be drew this point. And you know, it's about time and man. And sorry, Mamin quote to BB, and you know this quotation, Halifax, from Martin Nimola. Or say, first they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jew. I did not speak out because I'm not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. So I deal with, yeah, the aye mema bebre. Yeah, ne mema betinase. Ni akama mano, koso. Into the biane mana taken as a weapon. This is not the first footballer. There was one player before, Manchester. Brilliant footballer. Just last year. Ne career assay. Yeah, the bisu kodi akonso no wo Manchester your friend Mendy. Manchester City. Onunso lucky and otimi free mu last minute. But onunso ne career no assay. Hali footballers be break careers assay. Obi tie chiri a obeka say na monso adentira amokoko fa mayi ni niema. Hali until
well, that was my next question. Saying, "Oh, to a craft for now, it's more money." So,
you and two young Kenny Wachia was a great head, and two ones who are da. Ali and two da. Until you have the funds to sponsor your temptations, don't brag about your morals. Assembly wa kwa be fast we de beba no. When in now, so crack. Menya sure say may omoba in the way me man need that who say we say no be me.
Ba kompo de ono no twimp no mo jai hwie ye no.
Yeah.
Later no ba ka no be kai say time a ye twimp na no. Wo rape me.
Yeah. Enti no wo ani da who say oh me was any me ne wo ho genuine to say me enforce no nya bibia. Ali, I know somebody or no can say no my brother ubon say erection cramp oh no. I know somebody. Madam Fupa. Because yeah.
Just say what for no yen crying. Because I can say yeah.
Yeah.
So for we just say nyami because yeah what for me say there be my yen
Obi na mi ba be kan no. Me na kan be bisa say who kai say na anu na o ma obi lift no. O drew baby na o si mercy wa ha no kan kire ni say oh wa ha bus stop ni ho yen ko anim kakra. Enu ye fatu ho amide mouse nipa no so be si wo teacher mantia. Usu kan kire nipa no say oh da bi anye bus stop.
Na say onye bus stop.
Wo say wo ho nipa no be si na wo betimi.
Obeka si we kidnap no.
Enye baby a nipa no be ka say wo be si no. E na wo betimi ase no.
Enti sa de we no. Omo kan say na be ma ni football lesson ni Ghana ni no ko ye ko pagan. Hello. Masa, who Ghana for players in so Mabafa Ghana for ma near free mobile and so no and yet easy. Ali Nye be see about a member and member I'm sorry. A member I'm sorry.
Me name Papa Penyim bi mpese me mbo ni din because e bi crowd here. Or your penyim pa me wo obo kese bi pa ma no. Okwo program bi wo baby e wa Accra ha. Legon brono honum no baby. Ya pom program no about 5 hours later oba be see papa na rape no. Baby a program no course no. A walking distance to a police station. Uncle Barnabas men attack a police station. David Banka. O Kofi. And I'm son any boy or will be called bon come.
Oh, okay.
And
oh, Makase, I was almost involved in that.
Wouldn't him say Besine, Papa Nadidia say?
Oh, yeah.
Court case in Uncle Sibe.
Yeah.
Besine.
Yeah.
Nidia say.
That day no oche mi suit. Oche mi suit ni wie na asem ne ko bae.
Besine. Oba no bi anya no hwe.
Yeah.
Besine. No crese rapist wo ho.
Yeah.
Asafo is saying no de obi amfo aso. But allegations bi ba sa yen to ye boase. Na yen hwe ni ye. Because ebetumi eto obia.
Yeah. Alifasa aspect no say uni nipa no relationship mo na obe yesi betimi arepun yen yi aspect no free hokra.
And that is where I was a member sorry.
De mi kan yi de oba no ni papa panyin no ye de on be ye hwie ye no. Omo si form e ba lobby ho no. E ba twitwa photo. E ha ge ye bribia. They say hwensi ye. Oba no du fie no. Yenim komoba e course wo fie. E no free fie. E call police say papa na rep.
There be one free fie. Na a program na se na e no ba no boyfriend. And the coco ball because oba no ko ball na damfo amane. E na damfo ne ko ka kire girl no boyfriend no. E wo program na asia no mo ko e. O man ko fie kura.
Na se Thomas Patenu Diempo Nitia ye.
Of
course. Baby or no one. They do investigation before arrest. But how dear we arrest before investigation. Of course. Inti a Ghana hanka. Ombe arrested once. Now we deny investigation. Say want to meet bail conditions address now with the move.
Only 15 million.
First no crap almost see rape and no bail, but see almost the same rape is not a bailable offense. Inti well
by senior baby I may no a have me back on the same. Sabi sadi and an ekano or yellow girl. Na sabi a shimwa sabio or see two. Bema bia so sabi or swallow what drink and yedumon. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Bema bia solia. Etina ebitumi ene nkrofo ye sex or kem. Na kaka party o ye sex wo saying. But the moment ya wade ye ni be pagya no as adwen no insisi so as when you depression enya men
enye obi
a wonim say wo be call jail a wadu no be yedwuma. And somebody mra na ba no. Say no matter what happens. Say last minute po and I will say stop what you are doing. I'm sorry, please. Now wait to from. Now Jerry.
But Hali, you a man do her.
Now I finish to say wait dear, me na makwado, my enye now or no the best start you. Say you do baby and say so. Today to stop. Stop. Oh
and I mean to me be man and say what me so. Now me so make a stop. And also one stop way.
Oh,
because no watch mo do. Watch mo do.
Because they be ye nipa na so biologically say show still a holding woman no try say we say won to aso.
Ali, what proof say o can assist stop no man stop. E dey ni kire say o can assist stop no man stop. Enti o dey me abagina court. If your case is that you told me to stop.
Then you stop what.
There be only nipa no dim pa mo agro no. We record no. Aden na these 3 occasions there we record no because you wanted evidence. Bisa ho. Say we need the pan wo. Another bia mo be SS I record.
Oh, sada no. Unim na me nim say me phone no crash so. My mistake na my pressing a friend is saying. Baby, you see, you investigating crime. And see, crime will have first on your evidence. No, the end is admissible in court. And see, nene, se. Me dey ko ya no bi. Ya bere when so mo continue from you. And se wunua pa your footballer wa approach. You know see your code see brain and then over country.
No, it's just unfortunate said never say air course generally between lovers, especially when one is rich and the other is poor.
What can say when they be over rape you be no sikani na rape you be ohiani
the on repo sikani Mike Tyson omudi bi ye no ni carry say if Monica Lewinsky
Bill Cosby.
Bill Clinton
Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Bill Clinton
no
president.
More the father of
yeah.
Bill Clinton any Monica Lewinsky. And the Obana and Kase were repunu.
And the young giant mape completely.
You see now, you see. That's what they are trying to tell us.
And that is where men must assemble and have a conversation.
Assemble will need 100.9 because the four kum chacha babe kanya mi assemble ho. Madam say happy birthday one more time to the Lady of Grace, Abigail Ashley.
Ali,
12 it's for.
Happy belated birthday to my daughter and Ryan birthday. Yeah.
The one in Achimota.
Yes. No. Legon.
I still see she's a small girl. Yes. And Obanu Legon. And so more refund if he's now man.
Debut.
Oh, David, so almost your more refund will be a fees man.
Debbie. Eh, be a fair never.
Happy birthday to her. Yeah. Our boy. So for then we won't see tribute.
Only.
Where do you fear him?
Or 19.
Now only. Is it for
age is just a number.
Young Peace 104.3 for the midday news. Energy Media, David Pablo, Abigail, Adele, the Virgin, any DJ post can producer me. In penny for boy, my dear, no, ye nene benetia kwa ansasi. D4 kum chacha. Chna ahmachin over preachable 800.9. Any so crazy Southwa ni body ni birthday enra. Or see 19-year-old girl no onye into your boy. Elizabeth Gazy.